right, show us how you do these giant letters.
Oh, I'd love to. I love to do surface design. I like taking a lot of different formats, different practices. This is just a practice page to do different things, see how they look all together and how they play. If you looked at this really close, it would be really horribly bad because it's just a practice piece. But when you see it from far away, just as a background, it's quite striking. So keep that in mind when you're doing
It really
your
is,
stuff.
and it's just a nice variety of texture.
Yeah,
and
just different. Just take your pens and play around and
Yeah.
do different things with it. We like to do the big letters, and this is a speedball nib and a
Wow.
speedball pen brush.
It's huge.
These are called brushes. This is actually metal. You can hear that. It's not fabric, like a horsehair brush or something like that. So you're just going to dip your pen in the ink, and you'll see the liquidity of this. If you're using just regular calligraphic ink, you won't have a problem because it'll be very thin for your material. I also use airbrush medium. That's what helps to liquid out sometimes if you need it even thinner. You can use any acrylic paint you want. I always recommend using a higher quality one, not the 59-cent variety.
Yeah.
And you can thin those out, and they work absolutely just as brilliant. And again, you're not going to be washing it, so you don't have to worry. And then you can see it's just going to make a nice, lovely, wide swath of color. Now, when you're doing this, a lot of times you do have to go back over and make sure that you're filling in. But I also like the look of the openness, because what you can do later then is you can go in once it's set and you can actually put in a different color of ink once it's dry. So you can, start making things that are different colors. Right?
Yeah.
And then you do all of your serifs. That's what these fancy little moves are called. And trust me, they're not fancy. The key to calligraphy is holding the pen at the same angle that it tells you to in your little speedball book.
Yeah.
And don't move.
Okay.
Hold it at that angle.
Just keep it at the same angle.
And just evenly spread the paint.
That is so neat how this big wide brush makes these beautiful strokes.
Yes, it does. And I like this better than regular horsehair brushes or any of those kind. First of all, they're, you can't control the edges. I like the nice crisp, clean edge.
Yeah.
Is what I like.
Oh, that is fantastic. And do you sell these on your website?
Yes, I do. And I give full instruction on how to use them. There are many different sizes, and vast assortment of inks and instruction are all available.
Excellent. Well, that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Now, let me just throw you a little curveball. I'm going to ask you a question. I think she knows what it is already. I think she's watched the VidCast. So my question to you is, what is your philosophy in life?
My main philosophy in life is really just to run your own race. You can't be anybody else. You can't emulate anyone else. You can look at other quilt styles. You can look at how people do things. But ultimately, it's all about who you are and how your own voice comes out in your work. And that means you have to run your own race and not worry about competing with anyone else. It's all about you.
It's
because it's all about you.
It's all about Stacy.
That's right. At least for the next 15 minutes. Woo!
Thank you so much for doing this and driving back so that we could film this. And so it's been really great.
Not a problem. I really enjoyed it.
Good. It was fun. And thank you all for coming. I hope you'll come back next month to see what I have for you then. Thanks for being with me.